Hi guys, just a little 10-minute video. I'm not expecting many of you to join on. We're quite new at doing live streams here. So I wanted to do a bit of an introduction into what this channel is all about. Obviously, I run a different channel called Defending Elvis Presley. I do it from home. My wife's behind me. I'm just a family man that is an Elvis fan. That yes, I'm on carnivore diet, keto diet. I've had a lot of success with the carnivore diet, keto diet. So what's happened is we run, I think, a very important channel called Defending Elvis Presley on YouTube. If you want to join that, thank you. But what I'm trying to do is separate away from the Elvis channel, so Defending Elvis on YouTube, when we discuss the carnivore diet, the keto diet. Hi Joanne, this is just a quick live, an introduction into this channel, Elvis Presley fan on keto diet and on carnivore diet. So this channel that we run here we're still going to be playing Elvis stuff. But on this channel, it will have nothing to do with defending Elvis. The Defending Elvis stuff that we do will be kept on the Defending Elvis channel. Here, we're going to be playing a lot of Elvis stuff. We're going to do some Elvis reaction videos to his songs, his movies. We're going to discuss all the positive things that Elvis has done in his life, how amazing he was, how humble he was, how kind and generous he was. Of course, we are going to showcase his talent and just how gifted Elvis truly was. So we will be doing Elvis things here, but we also have a link here to health. So what we eat, what goes in our mouths. Many of the Elvis fans are older, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They have quite serious health issues. They have quite uncomfortable lives with pain, with over medication, with things like arthritis, type 2 diabetes, being overweight, just not feeling great, having no energy, just not feeling good about themselves. So the thing I've learned with the carnivore diet, the keto diet, and I use someone called Dr. Ken Berry, and I'll put his name in the there's two people that I go to for my advice. So Dr. Ken Berry and Dr. Anthony Chaffee. Anthony Chaffee. Let me just type it here for you guys. He's actually, Dr. Anthony Chaffee is a very good-looking man. So I think you'll probably find it interesting watching him. So now, I just want to say, I'm an Elvis fan. We're called on this channel Elvis fan on keto diet, on carnivore diet. Now, my story, I've told it many times. I was very unwell. I was overweight. I had high blood pressure, high blood sugars. I just felt a bit down on life. I was getting quite strong dizzy spells, like really strong dizzy spells, which did really worry me. My brother had warned me that I wasn't well. My stomach was like a giant balloon. So I was quite desperate. Let me just, where's the dog? I was quite desperate, and I just thought, look, something had to change. Something had to change. So I started YouTubing, Googling, trying to find out what information I could about this diet, this carnivore diet, this keto diet. Now, initially, I didn't believe that the diet was going to work, to just eat fatty meat and eggs, just drink water, just drink salt, and to only eat twice a day was a bit scary for me. I didn't think it was going to work, but I was a bit desperate, yeah? I actually felt like I was going to have a heart attack. So what I then did, I started doing some research. I started watching all the live streams of Dr. Ken Berry and Dr. Anthony Chaffee on YouTube. And I started to understand why we as human beings are designed to eat fatty meat and eggs, salt, water. And that I started learning that wheat is not good for you. Wheat, like the cereals. Obviously, I learned about sugar being bad for you. I learned that bread pasta, potato, and rice turns to sugar in your body. So I learned that bread is very bad for you, even if it's brown. I learned that anything brown, like brown rice, is not good for you. So I started to understand how the body works. I also learned that cholesterol that you eat is not bad for you. It's actually good for you. Then I started learning that margarine is poison. Vegetable oils and processed oils like seed oils are poison, and that we should be eating healthy oils, animal fats. Obviously, things like olive oil is good as well. So bit by bit, I started to understand, oh, right, I'm actually making myself ill by eating pizzas and massive curries with rice and burgers and toast, crisps, Doritos, donuts, cakes. I started to understand that a lot of the things I was eating were making me unwell. So I learned that we didn't need to have breakfast in the morning, that your body only really needs to eat one time a day. So I learned about fasting. It's something you have to learn about. What I'm telling you guys is, if you want to make yourself well again, to give yourself back your energy levels, to feel young again, you have to change your lifestyle. You've got to cut out the ultra processed foods, which are just full of chemicals and full of things that are not good for you. So initially I was skeptical. I was worried about doing fasting. I thought it was a bit odd. The thought of only eating once or twice a day was worrying for me, because I thought, oh, I need food for energy. But as I learned about how the diet works, I realized my energy levels actually went higher the less I ate. So that when you're, this is what I've learned, when you're constantly eating every hour, because I think many of us eat every few hours, don't we? Yeah. That you think you're doing it to increase your energy levels, but it doesn't. It actually makes you feel tired and lethargic and keeps you feeling hungry. Do any of you out there just feel hungry all the time? Yeah. This is what, if you constantly eat through the day, even like just before bedtime or in between breakfast and lunch and tea time, and after tea time eating again, if you're constantly eating, of course you get overweight, but it makes you feel unwell. You don't give your body a chance to rest. So what I've learned is that when you have long breaks between meals, so say you just eat once at lunchtime, eggs and bacon, another time at night, steak and eggs, yeah, you give your body a chance to recover. You give your immune system a chance to get back to its sort of, there's like a reset with your body. So you give your body a chance to reset. And then the other thing I learned about fasting is that, well, most of fasting is done when you're asleep. So I would stop eating around 6:30 p.m., 6:37. I wouldn't eat again till the next day at 1 p.m. And I found that helped me recover. Believe it or not, and almost half of the fasting I was doing was while I was asleep. So it wasn't that difficult. And then the more I got into this diet, I noticed that I didn't feel as hungry. Yeah. Now, initially you do, for the first month or so, you do feel hungry. So it does take a certain amount of willpower. But the first thing I noticed is my energy levels were shooting up. I really had this amazing feeling, this exhilarating feeling. My energy was coming back to me, and I started to feel like I felt when I was 20, maybe younger. Which was strange to me, because I had spent 20 years feeling lethargic and tired and feeling old. Yeah. Now I was 55 when I started this diet, so I wasn't a young man. So when I saw that the energy levels were shooting up, which was amazing, I then noticed my weight was coming off really fast. I lost a stone very quickly. Like within 10 days, I lost a stone of weight. Of course, I was only eating, initially for the first 3 weeks, I was only eating one large meal a day. It was fatty meat and eggs. Any meats, can be chicken, fish, pork, steak. Red meat is the better one. Lamb with the fat on. You must have the fat on. If you don't like fat, just cook it crispy so it tastes nice. You must have some salt, not too much salt, but you must have salt. only drinking water, completely cutting out the fizzy drinks. No orange juice. Orange juice is very fattening. It's full of sugar. So as my weight started coming off, my tummy started to flatten out. My energy levels are good. Now, even my aches and pains were reduced because I was quite achy. I was stiff all over. That started to improve. And then the number one benefit I had, and I didn't know it was going to happen, was I had ulcerative colitis for over 10 years. I don't know if any of you know what that is. It's like an autoimmune IBS, IBD, Crohn's, all that. It's that kind of an illness. It basically affects the amount of times you go to the toilet. Yeah. So you've got massive inflammation that was causing this problem that I had for 10 years, where the doctors had said to me that I had to take steroids, and that there was a possibility of part of my colon was going to be removed. Now, after 3 weeks of being on the carnivore diet, because I started with carnivore and then eventually I moved to keto. After 3 weeks of being on the carnivore diet, my ulcerative colitis symptom completely went. Completely. This very horrible, embarrassing illness that I'd had for 10 years had gone. I literally couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. No steroids needed, no medication needed. And I've been the same for nearly 2 years now. I've been eating carnivore keto diet. So with keto, I introduced some low carb veg, fruit, some nuts, bit of honey, but not much. I'm still 90% meat, fatty meat. You must have the meat fatty. You must cook in proper animal fats. There are certain vegetable fats that are okay, like olive oil, etc. Yeah, avocado oil, things like that are fine. So I just got better and better, stronger and stronger. Even my muscles started to get more defined. I'm not really sure why that happens. I do exercise a little bit. I do short runs. I do a little bit of weightlifting, not much. And I just felt good again. Everything felt better. Going to the toilet went back to normal, just once a day, regularly. I noticed that my hunger massively reduced. So I don't really feel hungry now. Now that I've been on this diet for nearly 2 years, I don't really get hungry. Lunchtime comes, I'll have my eggs and bacon, cook it in butter. Butter is very good for you. Then I'll have a long gap. I might have some water or tea and coffee. And then I'll have lamb ribs with pork ribs at night, maybe a couple of eggs, a bit of salt, some water. That's me done. And I tell you now, what happens is your priority in life, food stops being the priority in your life. So you have more things to do everything else. You have more energy to be around the house, go for walks, go for runs, just generally to do your hobbies. And I just felt like my life had been given back to me by this diet, carnivore diet, keto diet. So I'm an Elvis fan. I'm a true Elvis fan. Elvis is important to me. I've always thought, now that I've sort of learned about this diet with a lot of research, you must do your research. I've always thought Elvis would have benefited by this diet. I really think when I look at Elvis's chronic medical problems that he had, very serious chronic problems, going way back to his childhood, even his insomnia and anxiety, this diet would have helped Elvis. Yeah. So because I'm trying to separate this diet away from my Elvis channel, Defending Elvis Presley, I decided to change the name of this channel to Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Yeah. So we can discuss the diet here. You can ask me questions here. There's no money here. This is a complete free thing that I do. I offer free advice just to help. I want to help. I want to share my success and how it transformed my health. I'm 57 and a half. I want to share my success. I don't feel 57. I feel 30. I have the energy levels of a very young man, which is just, I love it. I love life. I look forward to life. I look forward to waking up every day. Every day is exciting to me, even though 2 years ago, I felt like I was going to have a heart attack and die. Even anxiety and insomnia is improved. There are many, many benefits of being on carnivore, on keto. if you really want to have the best benefits, where you lose weight fast, you see big changes in your health to do with autoimmune issues or arthritis or type 2 diabetes, you really do have to go carnivore. Meat and eggs. Meat, eggs, fish, chicken, salt, water. You really do. The other thing, I know that this diet reverses type 2 diabetes. It reverses it. It will take you off your insulin, your metformin. It will take you off meds, and quite quickly. Every decision you make, you must do with your doctor. I am not a doctor. You must consult your doctor on every decision you make. Yeah, because every case is different. If you want to lose weight fast, on carnivore diet, you will lose weight fast. Keto, not so much. The big benefits are on carnivore. Keto is just a lot better than what you were on. Yeah, you can have a bit of cheese, you can have a bit of cream. There's certain things. I love omelets, like prawn omelets, ham omelets. So eventually you will learn the foods that work on carnivore diet, on keto diet. There's some great channels out there that do it. Dr. Ken Berry is fantastic. He has a wife called Nisha. She has a brilliant YouTube channel, Nisha, Neisha, I think. She's amazing. The thing I recommend that you do, guys, is you must research. You must go onto these live streams, Dr. Ken Berry's, and really listen to him. And he will he will explain the benefits you can have. There's thousands of benefits when you're on this diet. The number one thing, guys, we have to stop the sugar. We have to stop the pasta, the bread, the rice, the potatoes, all the stuff that is very starchy, that is clogging you up and making you unwell. We have to introduce new foods. You have to reduce the amount of times you eat a day. Preferably once a day is enough, but twice a day is okay. Start fasting, at least 16-hour fast every day, and you will see a complete change in your life. If you are down on life and you think that you're like heading for a heart attack or just heading for an unhappy time in your 50s, 60s, 70s, you can completely turn your whole life around, and you can feel great even at 70 and 80. This is how good this diet is. I don't push it on people. I don't force it on people. People have to decide for themselves. You do need a bit of willpower, guys. It's not all going to be easy. You need some effort. You don't need to eat every hour. You don't. It's bad for you. Get the sugar out of your body. You don't need to be relying on sugar. Anyway, so we are gonna, this is a bit of an introduction. So this channel is called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. So we are going to discuss the diet sometimes on this channel, but we are also going to be posting Elvis stuff, because we are also an Elvis channel here. We won't be doing the Defending Elvis here. Defending Elvis is quite serious. We keep that on the other channel for Defending Elvis Presley Fans Want the Truth. So we'll be doing a lot of defending on the other channel. But I do want the people over there to come over here and improve their health. The number one benefit, if you are type 2 diabetic or pre-diabetic, so your blood sugars are way too high, the carnivore diet will stop you being type 2 diabetic and or pre-diabetic and lower your blood sugars very quickly, and you will be off insulin, off metformin, off meds, with obviously always consult with your doctor. We've had many successes. There are many people that I have discussed this diet with that are on Defending Elvis channel that have completely turned their whole health around. Carolyn is one. She'll put a comment in, but there's quite a few that have turned their whole lives around, eating the correct foods and stopping the sugar. You can fix yourself. You can save yourself. You can turn your life around. It's never too late. Even if you're older, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even if you're older, you can turn your whole life around. Get your life back. Feel good again. Wake up feeling excited every day. Massively boost your energy levels. You can do this, but I don't force it on anyone. Only do it if you want to. Okay, guys? So again, I thank Dr. Ken Berry and Nisha. They've been such a big help. Dr. Anthony Chaffee, they're both on YouTube. I thank them because their advice literally saved my life and turned my whole life around. I've only been awake an hour, and my energy levels will be massive for 10 hours. 10 hours. I won't eat until 1:30 p.m. today. Then I'll have a break, and then I'll eat again at 6:30 p.m. and that will be it. And it will just be eggs and bacon at lunch with water and salt, and at tea time it will be lamb ribs or a bit of steak with eggs. That'll be it. Then I will fast through the night. I do have tea and coffee. That is my bit where I break the rules, but no sugar, no sugar. And you can blend butter into your coffee. I know it sounds weird, but actually if you blend it in properly, it's actually quite a nice taste. It's got a good flavor to it. Butter is very good for you. We must learn to understand. Hi, Tony. I got to go, Tony, but morning to you. I've just done this live stream to explain what happens with the carnivore diet, with the keto diet, explain why this channel is now called Elvis Presley Fan on Carnivore Diet, on Keto Diet. So I've given a good understanding of the diet, Tony. So good morning to you. I've got to go, but if you watch the replay, I'll send it you. I'll send you the link. I think you'll learn quite a lot. Okay, Tony. Bye then. Bye everyone. Bye, Joanne. And I'll see. I'm going to do live in about an hour. I'm going to do it on defending Elvis Presley. I'll be doing a live. So take care, everyone. Good morning.